Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. Today we're taking a look at the GameSir F7 Claw, a controller designed for tablets. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, GameSir sent me this controller for a fair and honest review. I don't currently have a controller dedicated to a tablet, so I thought this might be a great video. On the back of the box it says no need to install any app, just plug and play. 369 damn you're fine 3 turbo mode, a whopping 120 hours of battery life, 6 fingers claw playing, and available for iPad and Android tablets. Opening up the box and we have another box. Opening up this box and we can see the F7 Claw. There's also a USB-C cable. It's just one cable, it'll charge both devices, but you can't charge them at the same time. It's nice to see USB-C here. There's also a little warranty card, a sticker, an instruction manual, a quality control kind of guitar pick shaped paper, and also some stickers. Taking a closer look at the controller here, it doesn't have a whole lot of weight behind it, and there are a ton of suction cups on the face. The controller is held into place with these suction cups on the bottom and this clamp on the top. It has a USB-C port for charging, a power to turn it on, a turbo button, an R2 button, and an R1 button. On the other controller, it's got the L2 and L1. Both sides of these controllers are the exact same. They're just reversed, and they only have 2 buttons on them. Well, 3 if you count the turbo. They don't have a D-pad and they don't have a joystick. Not having them connected to anything here, they do feel comfortable to hold. They're well designed that way. Installing the controller is really simple and straightforward. It literally just clips to the tablet. If you have a case on your tablet though, you will have to remove it. I found that a little unfortunate. The suction cups on this controller are insane. They're surprisingly strong, a lot stronger than I thought they were going to be. Big thumbs up here. These are really good. Here's just one side of the controller holding the tablet with the suction cups alone and doing a really good job. The underside of the claw part of the grip is where the contact is made with your tablet. This is what presses your buttons. Having both sides of the controller attached to the tablet, and the tablet feels very sturdy. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I powered both of these controllers on and I made an immediate mistake. I couldn't figure out why they weren't showing up in my Bluetooth menu. And that's because they're not Bluetooth controllers. There is no Bluetooth at all. In fact, you can turn Bluetooth off. You can put this tablet in airplane mode, and it doesn't matter at all. While attaching these controllers to the tablet is really easy and straightforward, setting them up to work properly in game is something else altogether. The way these controllers work is they register as touches on your screen. They don't register as controllers. They don't pair via Bluetooth. They're literally just touching your screen, so you have to readjust all of your touchscreen controls to fit under the R1, R2, L1, and L2 claws. Now, since there's no D-pad and no joysticks on these controllers, your control style here is a hybrid approach. You use your thumb for movements and looking around, and you use the buttons on the controllers for your actions. I found for fighting games that this was not an enjoyable experience at all. I also tried this with Horizon Chase Turbo, which is a racing game. I ran into an issue here because I can't remap all of the controls. I can kind of change where they are on the screen on the bottom, but I can't drag and drop them to where they fit under the claw perfectly, and that's a bit of a problem. So during a race here, you can see how awkward it is. The right side of the controller is all the way at the bottom of the tablet, almost off the tablet entirely, and that's so one of the buttons can hit the gas. This is what it looks like when I use one controller for the steering and the other one for the gas. Not a really comfortable experience overall. And that's a bit of a shortcoming of the controllers and also a bit of a shortcoming of the game because I can't reposition these controls. Testing out PUBG here, and the controller performed a lot better. You can reposition the controls to where you want them. Provided they're under the L1, L2, and R1 and R2 claws, then you're pretty much good to go. I'd be lying if I said the controls didn't take a little bit to get used to. I was pleasantly surprised with how well this controller performed on a game called Hill Climb 2. You don't have to worry about where you press on the screen, as long as you're pressing on the left side and on the right side. The right side for gas, the left side for brake. These controllers worked very well for that. After trying out an emulator, trying out PUBG, and trying out Hill Climb, I found Hill Climb to be the best experience. So let's go over what I like and what I don't like about the F7 Claw. And we'll start out with what I like. First and foremost, I do like the build quality. These are light, but they do feel like they're well built. On top of that, the suction cups are amazing. They work very well. I like how in theory these are very easy to use. You can attach them to the tablet and that's really straightforward. But using them in game is a different story altogether, and that moves into what I don't like about these. So I don't like setting these up in game to use. I don't like how you have to place the buttons underneath the claws for them to work. It's very sensitive, and it was really annoying to get them to work perfectly. When I was using them with an emulator, it wasn't the best experience. Using them on PUBG, well, once I got them to where I wanted them to be, it wasn't too bad, but it was also kind of awkward. Comfort was another thing. They're comfortable when you don't have to use your thumbs, but I found in hybrid mode here, using my thumbs to move around and then pressing the buttons on the controller wasn't actually the most comfortable experience. To me, I just found this very awkward to use, and that might be because I have long fingers. And maybe if you have small hands, or if it's a kid's hands, it might work a little better. I also didn't like the fact that these don't work with games where you can't customize your touchscreen controls. If you can't move around the controls so that they go under the claws, you're not going to have a good time with this. Now, this is priced at $39.99. Do I recommend it? The answer is yes and also no. No for most people out there. No if you want a really good experience with a lot of different games, in which case I'd recommend a Bluetooth controller. However, if you're playing a shooter on a tablet, maybe PUBG, maybe Call of Duty, then these might make sense. If you use an iPad to play your games, this might make sense. They have a long battery life, they use touchscreen controls instead of Bluetooth, and they are very easy to use. You can use one or the other or both. You don't have to use both at the same time. They're completely independent from each other. Now for me, I don't plan on using these ever for anything, and that's just because I didn't find them comfortable, and I don't normally play PUBG on a tablet. I don't normally play anything like that on a tablet where I'd use controllers like this. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. They're just not really for me. It's not necessarily my style here. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts on the GameSir F7 Claw in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.